Hello, I'm Kate from the Makery, and I am very excited to be working with sea salt to show you this really simple and stylish craft activity for you to make for your home. So I'm going to show you how to make this very gorgeous macrame plant hanger. It's really straightforward and anyone can do it, and you don't need much at all. So what you will need is some string. I've got a selection of this really beautiful recycled cotton string that we sell on our website. You'll also need a pair of scissors, a tape measure, and if you like, you can have one of these wooden rings to go at the top. If you haven't got one of those, it's fine, don't worry. Right, so I think I'm going to use this lovely kind of sea colour today. So the first step you need to do is cut 4 lengths of string, each measuring 2.8 meters in length. Okay, so I've got my 4 lengths of yarn or string cut to 2.8 meters long. It doesn't need to be exact, so don't worry if it's not completely precise. The next thing you need to do is fold them all in half together, like so. And then if you take the folded end, if you don't have a wooden ring, you can just simply tie a knot in the string like so to make a loop at the top. But if you do have a wooden ring, what you can do is feed the folded ends through the ring and then put the rest through that loop, and then they'll be hanging from the ring like that. Okay, ready to start knotting. So lay your string out in front of you, take your tape measure and measure roughly 25 centimeters down from the bottom of the knot at the top. So that takes us to here. And what we're going to do is take the string in pairs and tie them together in a knot at that point. So I'll take the first pair and I'll just make a knot. So I'm going to make a loop and then bring the string back through the loop and then pull it tight. There we go. So that's the first knot done. So I'm going to keep working my way through the string in pairs until it's all knotted. There we go. So we've got 4 knots all at the same point, 25 centimeters down from the bottom of the very top knot. So if you lay those 4 knots out in front of you side by side like this, the next thing we're going to do is start splitting up the pairs of yarn and knotting them again, but with a new partner. So if you take the right hand piece from this knot and the left hand piece from this knot, and we're going to tie that new pair together about 15 centimeters down from the bottom of the first knot. There we go. And then just keep working your way through. So the left hand side piece from this knot with the right hand side of the one next to it. And again, we'll tie a knot at the same point as this one here. Okay, so we've got 4 new knots now with new pairs of string. What you can do at this stage, if you like to, which I've done on this one here, is you can add a bead onto the yarn. So if you'd like to do that, just thread the bead onto the string. If the string's too thick, you can just thread it onto one of the lengths of string, not both of them, and then tie another knot directly underneath through that pair. If you don't want to add a bead at this stage, that's fine, just carry on. Okay, so we're going to repeat the same process as before. We're going to split the pairs of string up and tie them again with the new pairs next to them. So you need to make sure that when you've got your yarn, your string laid out in front of you, that the correct pairs are all next to each other. So first of all, let's do these 2 here. So we'll take the piece from the left of this set and the piece from the right of this one here. that. And we're going to tie them in a new knot as well. This time we're just going to do it about 10 centimeters down from the previous knot. So I'll tie the knot. I'm going to pull it almost tight and then just double check my measurements. So yeah, that's pretty much right. So I'm going to pull the knot tight here. There we go. And then continue your way around, making sure that you make new pairs of knots 10 centimeters down from the previous ones. Okay, so that's most of the knots done. The final step is just to grab all of the lengths of yarn at the bottom and to tie them all in a knot together, roughly 6 or 8 centimeters down from the bottom of this last set of knots. First of all, if you just hold them all like this so that they're all even. And then I'm going to tie them in a knot like so. I'll do it almost tight and then double check that it's 6 centimeters down. Yeah, that will be fine. There we go. Then the final step is for you to trim these lengths on the bottom of your plant hanger. So if you want, you can leave them nice and long, or you can cut them shorter. You can leave them random if you want to. It's also quite nice if you've got the right type of string. You can kind of unravel it and almost like brush it out. A pet brush works really well for that. And that makes them go into kind of like a big tassel, which looks really nice. So the last step is to take your plant pot and pop it in. If you pop it in through the strands of the string right at the top where there aren't any knots, and then just pull it up so that the pot sits snugly in the plant hanger. And as you can see, it's really effective. It looks so professional and it's really not too tricky to do at all. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this craft activity. I have really enjoyed teaching you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.